So before starting the session, we'll see the basic things what you have discussed earlier.
LSTS.
First thing is loop. What is the loop? What is the use of loop statement?
Internal table.
This will process all records of the internal table, okay, into work area one by one. Okay, that is like this. Now tell me what the loop statement will do. It will move record by record into work area. First time first record, second time second record. And using that work area, what we do? Using that work area record, what we'll do? We'll apply some logic inside the loop. Okay. First time, first record will be moved to work area, and there is some logic, right? Based on the work area record, we are building some logic inside the loop. We are doing that calculation, and again, it will process the second record, and the logic will execute for the second record, which is in the work area. Now, clear the work area. Now, clear the work area. Next time, third record will be placed into work area, and the logic based on work area will be executed, and we are clearing the work area. And again, it will go for fourth record, fifth record, sixth record, one by one, until all the records of the internal table are completed. Clear? Clear? What is the system variable to track the loop count?
Site ABX.
Sy tab x. It's a system variable. Okay. So depends on the number of loop iterations, this value will be updated. If loop, if the internal table records are 10 and if loop executed for 10 times, tab x will be 10. Clear? Is everyone clear? What is read statement?
Process only a single record into the internal work area from the internal table.
Okay. So it will move only one record from internal table to work area. Okay. That is depends on some condition. We should pass the condition. For example, Now tell me, if there is a record with field number 100 in this internal table, then what will happen? Let's say in this internal table we have employee records. So let's assume this field 1 is the employee ID. Okay, we are passing where field 1 equal to 100. If this condition is successful, that means there is a record with field 1 equal to 100 in the internal table, right? Then that record will be moved to work area. If there is no record with field number 100 in the internal table, what will happen? If there is no record with field number 100, what will happen then? Then it will fail, right? It cannot select a record into work area, right? If there is no such record, okay, it will fail. Read statement will fail, correct? No one is responding.
Yes.
So how do you know that read statement is fail? For that, we use a system variable sy hyphen
Saisabachi.
sub rc. This is the system variable which we can use to understand or to know whether the previous statement is executed successfully or failed. Okay, what is the system variable we use to check whether the previous statement is successful or failed? What is the statement that we use?
Saisabachi. If Saisabachi equal to
Sy sub rc. If Sy sub rc equal to 0, that means the previous statement is executed successfully. If it is not equal to 0, some other value other than 0, not equal to 0, what does this mean? The previous statement is failed. It is failed to select internal table record into work area because there is no such record available in the internal table. Okay, so what is the system variable we use?
Sabarsi.
Sy sub rc. This system variable will use for many statements, okay, to check whether that particular statement is successfully executed or failed. Okay, we use this system variable very frequently. Simple. Sub rc equal to 0, what does that mean?
The previous statement is executed successfully.
Successfully. If it is not equal to 0, the previous statement
The
is
other
not
statement
successfully
is
executed,
executed.
right? So these are the basic statements which we use very frequently in the program, like loop statements, read statements. But there are some advanced syntaxes, okay, for loop statements and read statements. First, we see how these loop statements and read statements will work, and we'll also see in the next classes. We'll also see the alternative statements, the new ABAP syntaxes, advanced syntaxes, which we can use in place of read statements and loop statements. Okay. So I thought of starting data dictionary now. I think we have already worked with internal tables, right? So once again, I'll use sort statements, and we'll see how the loop statements and read statements work. And we have some internal table operations, right? What are the internal table operations means? To insert a new record into internal table, to delete the existing records of the internal table, or to update the internal table records. Okay, we'll see that, and we'll start data dictionary tables. So can you tell me how to add a new record to the internal table? Can you tell me how to add a new record to the internal table? You have already seen that, we have already implemented it, and still you guys are not answering.
Ins-
How to add a record to the internal table?
Append. I know append.
Yes, append statement. So we have used append statement to add records to the internal table, right?
Yes.
What is the statement we have used in our previous program? Append statement, right? First we populated data to work area, and then we use append statement to add that work area record to where?
Internal table.
Internal table. Okay, clear for everyone how to add internal table records, how to add new records to internal table? We can use a append statement. And what is the alternative statement we have? Insert. Okay, we can also use insert. But what is the difference between append statement and insert statement?
Append means the end of the value added.
Yeah,
Insert is
append statement we
any.
add new record at the end of the internal table.
Yes.
Okay, append statement will add a new record at the end of the internal table. But if you are using insert statement, we can add that we can add that record in any
Any.
specified position.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, for example, if you take this as an internal table, so assume this as an internal table. So if you use append statement, append will insert at the end here, right? But what insert statement will do? By using insert statement, we can insert at the specified position. For example, if I want to insert at the third position as a third record, if I want to insert a new record as a third record of the internal table, I can use a insert statement. But how append will work? Append always insert record at the end. Okay, from work area. Clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we can use So what are the different internal table operations? We have append, insert, right? And you know what is in append and what is insert. Insert will add a new record at the end of the internal table, but insert will add a new record to internal table at specified location or specified position. Okay. What is delete statement? By using delete statement, you can delete a internal table record. Okay. If you want to delete an internal table record, what is the statement you need to use?
Delete.
Delete statement. Okay. Clear? And what is modify? Modify statement is used to change
Modify the
existing record data of an internal table. Okay. Clear? Sort. What is sort statement? What is sort statement?
Table.
Sort statement is used to sort the records of the internal table.
Record.
Simple. Sort is used to sort. That's it. Okay. What are the other operations we can apply? We can clear the internal table. So what the clear statement will do? Clear all the
It will
records
Clear
in
clear.
an
all the
internal
data.
table. All the data in an internal table. Okay. And what are the other statements? Describe. What is describe statement? Describe statement is used to count number of records in a internal table.
internal table.
Okay. So how many records are there in an internal table? You can count using describe statement. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And you know loop. What is loop? What is loop statement?
Moving record.
Counts
Moving
all the
records from internal from internal table to work area.
Yeah, moving all the records from internal table to work area, but
Internal
not
table
all
to
at
work
once.
area.
But not all at once. Moving records one by one. Okay. One record after another. Okay.
Sir, integer also count.
Sorry, what is it?
Integer also count.
Internal table, if you are taking any integer type in the internal table, for example, if there is any field, yeah, you mean for describe, right? You're asking for, you are,
Yes, yes, right.
yeah, we use integer type. For describe, to handle that count, we use integer type. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, so these are the possible operations on the internal table. And you know what is append, and we'll see what is insert. Okay. Let's go back to our previous program. We've already using append, right? So we'll add one more record. So here, instead of append, what is the statement that we use? 103. plus 2, 21,000. So I'm not using append statement here. What is the alternative statement for append?
Insert.
Yes,
Insert.
insert is the alternative statement for append. So insert, where is the data now? Where is the record available? The data is
First
available
area.
in work area, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Into what is the internal table?
IT underscore employee data.
IT underscore employee data.
Yes, sir.
Let's check the syntax. I'm not specifying any position here. In which position it has to enter. What is it saying? An implicit index is what specified to modify, delete, or insert a row in the table. It is not possible to know statistically where a loop is active across EMP data. So overall, as per this message, it is expecting some position. In which position you want to insert this record? How can you specify that position? Using index? Index is the keyword. Index 1. What does this mean? So I am saying please add this new work area record in the first position. Okay, clear? Check the syntax. No syntax errors. So it is expecting a position. What does the insert statement is expecting?
Position.
Position.
Position where
For
it
that
should
In
be.
record,
which
for that
position you
record.
want to insert. Append won't expect any position. It doesn't require because always it will add at the end of the internal table. Okay, clear? Activate the program. Always use pretty printer. Okay, it will format the code in a proper alignment. Now tell me what is the expected output? We have added 3 records to the internal table. Sorry, 4 records, right? Yeah. So I've added 4 records to the internal table. 3 records have for the above 3 records I'm using append statement. But for the fourth record, what I'm using? I'm using insert statement. Now tell me what is the expected output? I'll use CLDemo output. I'm commenting the loop statement. Here I'm already sorting it. Why? If you sort it, what will happen? The insertion order, right? It will be changed again. But since we are working on insert and append statements, I'm commenting the sort statement because it will manipulate the order. What the sort statement will do? It will sort the internal table records, right? Again, these positions will be changed. Depends on the value. Execute it. See, you should be able to understand this concept, okay, because this is very important. Frequently, we need to work with these things. Okay, don't by heart. Okay, you should understand the concept. If you are not able to follow, let me know. Whoever is not able to follow, I'll take one more class for them. But you should understand this. This is very important. These are basics, but very important to follow the advanced concepts. Server is slow. We'll try another server. I'll copy this code into this server because that is taking too much time to execute. Change. I think here we have 4. Change it. Control A, Control V. Pretty printer. Check the syntax and execute. Activate. I'll close this. Okay, we got the output now. Okay. So now tell me what is the order it is following. Where is our record which we have used using insert? Top right
Fine.
Yes, sir, top.
as a first record. The remaining records are at the bottom, like okay, 0, 1, 2. So append statement will add at the end, but insert statement at specified position. We can define that position, in which position we want. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Is everyone clear how it is working?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll apply sort on this. What the sort statement will do? We'll sort it by employee ID. What is the sort order we are applying? Is it ascending or
Employee ID.
descending?
Ascending. When
So
if
we
we
are
are not
sorting
disturbing, it will take it.
internal table records by employee ID ascending, because we did not specify any sorting order, right? By default it is ascending. Now we execute it. Now what is the order you are see here? 100, 101, 102, 103, because the internal table is sorted, right? By employee ID ascending. So lower value is in the top and the higher value is at the bottom, right? If you sort it descending, the positions are changed now, right? So what is the use of sort statement? To sort the internal table records. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Next, we'll see delete statement. Okay, let's say I don't want to display or I don't want records where their salary is less than 10,000. Less than 10,000. Okay, let's make it 9,000. So I don't want the records whose salary is less than 10,000. Then how can I remove that record from internal table? See, at the first place, we can add a condition not to populate the record whose salary is less than 9,000. But for our practice purpose, let's assume a record is already there in the internal table whose salary is less than 9,000. We need to remove that record from the internal table. What is the statement we can use?
Delete.
Delete.
Yes,
Delete
delete
ID
internal
and
delete
IT underscore
internal
employee
table
date.
name where what is the condition? What is our condition? Salary
Salary less than.
is less than 10,000, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then, then what it should do? Let's keep a breakpoint here at sort statement. Execute. Now, how many records I have in the internal table?
So record.
4 records. Are these records in sorted order? Are these records in sorted order? No, right? These records are in insertion order. How? We added the records to internal table. That those are in the same order. So now, where is the controller? Sort statement, right? F5. Sort statement is executed. Records are sorted in descending order by employee ID, right? Now, it is executing delete statement where salary is less than 10,000. F5. How many records we have in the internal table?
Three record.
3 records, because the record which contains salary is less than 10,000 got deleted, right?
Okay.
F5, F8. So we have only 3 records whose salary is greater than 10,000. Clear? That's how we use a delete statement. There are different types. We can delete range of records. We can also delete like this. Delete depends on the requirement. We can delete by position also. I want to delete second record of the internal table. How can you say that? Delete internal table name index 2. Now what it will do? Now what this statement will do? It will delete a record
Second record.
which is in the second position of the internal table. Okay? Clear?
So while we are using the debugging,
Hmm.
uh, from starting announced, first it will display like in 56th line, you give the statement like insert work area,
Mm-hmm.
employee data,
Mm-hmm.
like index. And first, in the right side, it will show according to that statement only, no, sir. Then it will clear, then again it will sort.
Right. It's see, we are not clearing the internal table here. We are just clearing the work area. Okay?
Mm.
If you see again, so we have used one more delete statement. We'll go by line by line. What is the key function key I have to use to execute line by line?
F5.
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 What it will do? First, it will populate the entire work area. All the fields of the work area populated, right? And the entire work area appended to internal table. Now, how many records we have in internal table?
One record.
1 record. Then what we are doing in the next line?
Clear.
20th line. Clear.
20.
The work area values are cleared, right?
Yes.
All the fields of the work area got cleared. Now again we are populating work area. with fresh fields. Then appending that work area to internal table. Now we have two records in the internal table. And again what we are doing? Clearing the work area. And again we are appending, we are populating work area and appending to internal table, right? And we cleared it. Here we are populating the work area, but instead of insert, so we are already having three records 100, 101, 102 in the internal table. Instead of append, what we are using here? Insert, right?
Insert.
And we are providing the position. So please insert this work area record at the first position. F5, double click, it is inserted in the first position, right?
Yes.
F5. Now we are applying sort. So now records are not in sorted order. It is just in insertion order. Okay. If we sort it by employee ID descending 3210. This is in sorted order, right? Now, what is the condition? Delete condition. Salary is less than 10, right? So we have one employee whose salary is less than 10,000. Correct? Now,
Yes.
what is the expectation? That record should be deleted from the internal table. Now we have three records. 321. We have three records in the internal table whose salary is greater than 10,000. Now what is the next statement? Delete internal table by index. Index means position. Just remember, index means position. Okay. Click on F5. What is the second record? Second record is 102, right? Position wise, this one. So second record should be deleted. F5. Now how many records I have in the internal table?
Two records.
Two records, but the record which is in the second position, that is got deleted. Okay. Clear? This is the output. Okay. Or we can also do like this. I think we can also use from index to. Or index. I think this is not working. I think we can only use index. Or let's try greater than. Now this is also not working. So we can delete only a specific record. Okay. Or we can use where condition. Where salary equal to less than 10,000. Or you can also delete like this, where emp id field name. You have to take the exact field name equal to and provide the condition id 102, like this also. You can delete. Okay. Clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes.
Sir.
Now we'll see modify. How to modify a internal table records. For example, for some record we populated, we let's try to change the name. Okay. Let's try to change the name of the
Uh,
any record.
sir, excuse me.
Yep.
Sir, you gave the like index two.
Yes.
Delete IT underscore employee data index two.
Right.
But according to that index two, sir, can you scroll up the code?
Mm-hmm.
1 second. So little more. Sir, in the second position, in the second record, the employee ID is ID 101, no, sir. That is the second place, no, sir.
No. So yeah, let me show you again. Position will change, depends on the further conditions. Till now, till here, okay, anyway, I'll show you in the debug. It will be more clear. So adding first record to work area and append. Now what is the first record? 100.
100. 100.
Yeah. Adding work area data and appending to internal table. Now what is the first record?
First record is 100.
100 only, because append
Second
statement will
record.
add at the end. Okay.
Okay.
Now always first record should be 100 only, as long as we use a append statement. Third record also added at the end. First record is
10.
100 only. Now we are using insert at the first position. Now order got changed, right?
Okay. I
Now
got 103.
first record is 103, second record is 100,
And record is 100.
right? And again,
Okay, sir.
and again, we are sorting it by employee ID descending.
IT descending.
Now order got changed again. First record is 103, second record is 102
102.
as per the sort order, right?
Yes, sir.
And we are deleting one record. Again,
It will record 102.
records order got changed. First record is 103, second record is 101, right?
So now we deleted the record 102, no, sir.
What is it in the second position in the internal table? We are applying delete internal table record index 2. In current position, what is the record that is in the second position?
ID 101.
101. That record will be deleted. Okay,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes.
So depends on the next conditions, next statements. If we apply sort, if we apply insert at the specific position, the records orders will be changed. If we apply any delete, the records orders will be changed. Okay. So what are we saying here? We are trying to modify employee name of the record 103, right? That updated value is in work area. And what is the value we are modifying? Employee name, right?
Yes,
This
sir.
this record is already there in internal table. Modify this employee field, employee name value for employee ID 103. That's what we are providing. Now execute. Now 103 name should be new. F8. So it's populated with new name, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's how you can use modify statement. So, okay, modify statement will update or change values of the existing record. Here in this example, we have changed the name of the employee name field. Okay, next, describe statement. What is the use of describe statement?
To count number of records.
Count the number of records of the internal table. For that, we need a variable, right? To store the count, before that, define a variable, or you can use advanced syntaxes, that is inline declaration. I'll introduce this inline declaration in this class. You don't need to define it separately. LV underscore, use data of LV underscore count, or we'll write like this. Describe table. What is the internal table name? This one. Lines. Lines into LV underscore count. Now the number of records will be available in this variable LV underscore count. Okay, clear? But did we define this? Let's check the syntax. What it is saying? What it is saying? LV
LV
Earlier
underscore
discussed
count is
count
unknown.
is unknown.
Why? Because we did not define it using data statement, right? Let's define it. Usually we should define at the top. Okay. For now we'll define here. Data LV underscore count, type integer type. Now let's check. No syntax errors. Give a breakpoint at describe. How many records we have in the internal table now? After applying all these modify, delete, sorting operations,
two.
2 records are
Two
available.
records.
Now LV underscore count is 0 initially. Click on F5. What is the count?
Two.
2. So because the number of records in the internal table are 2. So here we need to define this variable, right? Before using it. Otherwise it won't allow. Okay. So I'll introduce without defining explicitly or without defining separately, we can use data statement here. Data of LV underscore count. What it will do? It will define here itself. You don't need to define separately. If you use this data statement, data within the brackets, that variable name. Okay. No syntax errors. Keep a breakpoint. It is called inline declaration. Okay, what do we call that? Going forward, we'll slowly start using inline declarations concept because it is the advanced concept. Okay, so in the recent times, we don't define every variable separately using data statement. We use it in inline declaration itself. Okay, there is no data declaration required. Separate data declaration required. Clear? Loop count is 0. Double click on it. What is the type it is taking?
Integer.
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 It is also automatically assigned which type?
Integer.
Integer type. I4 default values are 4. Okay. The value is 2. Okay. So here, as long as this pen symbol is available, right, you can change the value. Enter some values. Okay. You can change the values in debug mode for your testing. Okay. Clear? So we have seen append, insert, delete, modify, sort, clear, describe, loop and end loop. Also we covered, but read statement we haven't covered, right? We'll see read statement now. Let's tell me like what the read statement will do. It will move one by one record each record into work area, right? But now let's apply read statement. Read table, internal table name into work area. We have already defined this work area, right? We have already defined this work area, right? W underscore emp data somewhere here. We have already defined this work area with respect to this type structure, right? Correct?
Yes.
The same work area I'm using because both are same types, right? This internal table type and this work area type both should be same. With key, we have to specify the condition, right? What is that exact record you are looking for? I have to provide that condition when we are working on read statements. We'll take like this, where with key employee ID equal to this one. Okay, correct? And what it will do, if a record is available in the internal table with employee ID 103, then that record will be moved to work area. Okay, then how do you know whether it is successful or failed? I'll use sub rc, sy hyphen sub rc equal to 0. That means it is successful. Inside this if and if, I'll explain more details of if statements in the next session. So if it is successful, I'll use some write statement to display only that record. Now we have only one record, right, in the work area, correct? If you want to process only a single record, then what is the statement you need to use? Read statement or loop statement?
Read.
Read statement. Now it will display only that record. Okay, clear? For example, if I pass 5, is it going to work? Is it going to work? So where employee ID equal to 105, do we have such record in the internal table? Let's see.
Mm.
We don't have a record with 105. F5, click on F5. What is the sub RC value?
4.
4, not equal to 0. What does that mean? The read statement is failed. So no such record available in work area. Then the next logic won't execute. Okay, clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So by using sub RC value, you can observe whether the statement is successful or failed. Okay. So here we are using condition based, right? We can also use index based. We can search records in an internal table by index. Read internal table into work area where index 2. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Please move the record which is in second position from internal table to work area, right?
Yes, sir.
Now how many records we have? We have only two records. The record in the second position is 100, right? Savars is 0, means it is successful, right? That the second record should be available in work area now. Available, right? And we can use it for some logic, conditions, calculations, right? Let's change this to 3, index 3 or index 4. This is a very important interview question. In interviews, they'll ask like, how can you move a specific record in the specific position from internal table to work area? How can you do that?
By
Let's say
using index.
by using index. Let's say there are 100 records in the internal table, but I want to only record at the fifth position. I want only a record which is in the fifth position to work area. I don't want any other records. How can you read that to work area? Using
Index 5.
index 5. Okay, this is most frequently asked interview question. At least I used to ask this. Clear? I'm using index 4, right? Let's see how this will work. How many records we have in internal table?
2 records.
Two records.
Okay.
But I am searching for index
Using
4.
index for
Subars is 4. That means it is failed,
Failed.
right? So you can read internal table records by exact condition using with key, field name equal to value, or using index. Okay, clear? These are the important internal table operations to be remembered, to be practiced. Okay, so what are the internal table operations? Append, insert,
Modify.
modify, delete, sort, right?
Yes, sir.
These are going to change, or these are going to add new records, or these are going to change the existing records, or these are going to change the position of the records. But loop, read statement are to process the records. Loop statement and read statement, these two statements are used to process the internal table records. Loop statement process all the records one by one, but read statement will process only one record. Okay, is very important question also, interview question also. Difference between loop statement and read statement. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
and how can you clear data of an internal table?
Clear.
Using clear statement.
Clear statement.
Clear statement.
So now tell me, we are applying these internal table operations like insert, update, modify, delete, right? Are these are permanent? Permanently deleting some data in database?
No, sir.
No, it is only at the program level.
No, sir.
Front
It's
end.
only at program level because all these are data objects, right? Internal tables, work areas, variables. These are active only during the program runtime. Okay. So these are all only for our calculations purpose or data manipulation purpose. Whatever the operations we apply. Once we displayed the output, once we closed the program, all these data objects will be deleted. Okay. But we have database operations. Similarly, similar to insert, we use insert, delete, update, modify, and database tables. If we apply those operations on database tables, that will change data in the database table permanently. Okay, that we will see in the next sessions. But whatever the operations we are applying on internal tables, those are not permanent. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
So please practice and understand these concepts. Okay.
Yes, sir.